Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kevin, and today I want to go over and review my RockPals 1300 watt solar station and the RockPals 100 watt solar panel. This is a product that I've used for almost a year now, and I use it to power all my adventures, whether it's camping, traveling, or boating. Starting with the RockPals power station itself. Right here, 1300 watt hours, and if you see right here, it's actually 1254.4 to be exact. But I use this thing a lot. This is actually the main one that I use, mainly because it's just really convenient. The display gives you a lot of information that other power stations don't. It's charged up to 100%. I'll plug some stuff in here to show you guys. It'll actually tell you how many watts the device is pulling. And when you plug the solar panel into it, it'll tell you how many watts are coming in from the sun. This is a 100 watt solar panel, and even in full sun, you're probably only going to get like 65%. So maybe like 65 watts or something like that. But we have one 12 volt socket right here. I wish there were more of these. I always use at least 2 of these when I go camping, so oftentimes I gotta bring another power station. These ones right here, however, I've never even used before, so if they could swap out with more 12 volt things with 12 volt socket versus this DC plug right here, it'd be a lot more helpful. Because like I said, I don't know any devices personally that I own that even have charging through a cable like that. And right here we got 3 120 outlet plugs right here. We have 1 micro USB, and then we have 3 regular USB ports right here. This one's a fast charger. It charges the cell phone really quick. This unit is pretty heavy. Has really nice grab handles on the sides. There's no other features anywhere around it. A lot of power stations, which I find really convenient, is they'll have like a light on the back. So if you're setting up your tent or something like that at nighttime, you can actually use the light from the power station, but this one does not have that feature. Like I said, it's just, you have a fan on one side, intake on the other, just to cool this thing off whenever it heats up. The fan automatically turns on. But like I said, I have no complaints. I've only run into one issue. Jillian and I used this a couple weekends ago, and it was at 85% on a Friday. We plugged the refrigerator and the 4Runner into this, and it ran all weekend. And at the end of the weekend, I hit the display to see what the battery level was at, and it was at 99%. So I don't know how it went from 85%, ran a refrigerator all weekend, and jumped up to 99. So I sent the company an email, told them the issue that I had, and they said it happens every now and then. And the best thing to do is just wear the battery out completely, charge it, and then it'll be fine. So far, ever since that happened, I haven't had any issues, but it did mess up that one time on the display. And like I said, I use this thing all the time. It's always in the truck. It runs the refrigerator. And the nice thing about this is it'll charge from a 12 volt socket. So what I do is when the truck is running, it's charging the power station. When I turn the truck off, the power station runs the refrigerator. So every time I drive the truck and commute to work, it's always topping this thing off. So it's constantly getting drained and charged, drained and charged almost 2 or 3 times a day, depending on how much I drive my truck. So I guess that's enough of the power station. Like I said, other than that one time with the display, it was not reading the battery correctly. I haven't had any issues with it. And we'll go ahead and go over the RockPals solar panel right here. As you can see, the solar panel is really thin. It takes up almost no room. I leave it in this box right here, and it folds pretty flat in there. I'm going to open this up. As you can see, it's full of sand because I actually do use this thing. You have 4 panels right here, 4 25 watt panels. On the side over here, we'll open it up. So it does offer all kinds of different connections. So if you want to use the solar panel with other applications, you can do that just fine. Right here, this is the plug that you just plug in to the front of the RockPals. You'll set this up in the sun. I'll set it up here in a second. I just want to give you guys a little deal to show you what's in here. I went and bought a whole other set of plugs because I did burn out this plug once. We went to Virginia for Expo East, and I had this plugged in all weekend, and I thought maybe the solar panel burnt or maybe something in there did, but it turned out this little plug right here, it just stopped working. So I went and ordered a whole bunch of them off eBay, and it's been fine ever since. It's really hard with all the reflection out here, but where my finger is, you can see it's at 58 watts. It jumps up to 60, 65. I think the highest it's really been with the RockPals is about 67 watts coming in out of a 100-watt solar panel. But it's a good thing that RockPals tells you the input. So, you know, if you had a really big drop, you would know you need to adjust your solar panel. I have it laying flat because the sun is directly above us with no clouds in the sky. Really good day for solar. But yeah, on really long trips, really long weekend trips, I run a 12-volt refrigerator off this thing for 3 or 4 days. I have a little 12-volt air compressor to blow up inner tubes for the springs, as well as charging my road shower and stuff like that, and GoPros and cell phones and whatnot. So this 100-watt solar panel has been maintaining this RockPals for really long trips, and it's actually been a really good accessory with the RockPals. If they made a bigger one, maybe a 200 or 180-watt solar panel, I'd probably get that one too, just for faster charging times. So that's gonna wrap it up for my RockPals review. I have had this battery station for over a year now, and it's basically the main one for my truck. I leave it in there full time. It sits right in front of my refrigerator on the slide. The truck charges it when the truck's running, and then when the truck turns off, the refrigerator runs off the power station. So it's come in handy. It's continuously being used every day. I drive my truck every day. It never really sits in the yard or the driveway or at work. But like I said, this is one piece of equipment that I use when I go camping, and it's a given. It's a constant. I always have this with me. There's only a few other things that I always have with me, but the RockPals power station is definitely one of them.